It's not a podcast.
It's a GarCast.
And this is the world according to Gar.
Hello and welcome to the world according to Gar. You are listening to GarCast episode number 298. I am Gar. With me as always is the GarFather.
Gar! Can you hear me okay?
Yes, live from
the Everglades.
Woo! Watch out for them alligators.
I'm just trying to watch out for the Kia Soul in front of me who just slammed on his brakes. I almost went through him.
What is he doing?
I don't know, but this is the first intersection I've hit in 60 miles, I think, since I left Miami. I'm at a crossroads in the Everglades here. Look at this.
It's just
a
like
gas station.
Ooh, really? A gas station?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, doing good. I got, 38 minutes to Naples. I'm doing good.
Work is done, right? Now you're going for a little R&R?
Yeah, I was going to go see my father. I had quite a work trip, let me tell you.
Oh, well, you know what? Before you do, let me introduce our special guest, who I did not expect this week because I thought he was going to be traveling today. Welcome to the show, DenBob.
Hey, guys, I put the show first. I changed everything just to make it.
Yeah, sure you did.
Changing flights for the show. I love it.
This is dedication.
For the millions. For the millions.
Well, welcome, DenBob.
If you're going to have me, I'm going to take advantage.
Right.
So,
amen, brother.
Mike, tell us about this work trip, and I'm sure DenBob's going to tell us about his Florida trip.
Yeah. Mine is it's been non-stop since arriving on Monday. Flew down Monday morning, rented this lovely Kia that I'm driving, bright red, very Florida. In summary, met with, Monday was a client meeting at their location. Very good. Had dinner at a place in Fort Lauderdale that was lovely on the water with current coworkers and old coworkers, which was awesome.
Excellent. Probably got some great seafood, right?
Yeah. Yesterday was just a whirlwind. We had what was our first meeting? A 10 a.m. meeting at a client location, 12 o'clock lunch with another client, and 5 o'clock dinner in South Beach with another client. Whew. So 3 clients yesterday.
Now, were these all new clients? Do you know them like over the phone and now you were just solidifying? Or was this like, hi, I'm Mike?
Know them, over the phone, emails, but never met them in person.
This is solidify. It's a solidify.
Solidify. Yes. Which I like to do.
Yep. 100%. That's the best. Great.
Yeah, it was fun. Feel like I've just been in different restaurants every few hours, eating meals and drinking booze. So a little tiring, but I'm good. We were in bed. Luckily, they made a 5 o'clock dinner reservation because the CEO and the COO of this customer of ours, nobody had ever met them before. It was kind of like the last minute meeting last night.
Yep.
And we didn't know if it was going to be like, you're wasting our time. Like, we have a quick bite and they leave. Turned into a 6.5 hour ordeal.
Holy crap.
Holy cow.
Yeah, Smith & Wollensky's. Yeah, we did Smith & Wollensky's in South Beach.
What do you get Smith & Wollensky's?
Let me tell you, I got the yellowfin pan-seared tuna over coconut fried rice. It was phenomenal.
That sounds great.
Excellent. You didn't miss anything.
I got the show though. They ordered the tomahawk steak.
Yeah.
For 4 of them. Like they ran up the bill, man. Let me tell you, the bottles of red wine. But the
plus
tomahawk. What?
Good
it looks like you're eating a cow whole.
Yeah, they wheel it out. It's hanging on a hook, and then the guy's torching it. He's got a blowtorch at the table.
It must have made you. It probably almost made you want to eat meat.
It did. The whole restaurant. Like, I was looking around, every table, their heads were turned watching this performance. The guy serving the steak. It was wild. And then we went out. They're like, well, let's go out. and we went to this club called Mangoes that had like salsa dancers on the bar.
Whoa. Like old
Yeah, then
school
we
go out.
Yeah, it was like I felt like I was in Havana.
In
Wow.
1980. That's what we did in the
Yeah.
80s. Holy
I
cow,
was in,
90s
I was
anyway.
in it was like Scarface. And luckily I wore a hot pink shirt. I wore.
Oh, you did go with the
So
hot pink?
Oh, I love
I did.
that.
I'll send a picture.
Yes.
I have a picture of me with like an old-fashioned Cuban-looking car in my pink shirt. Ridiculous. And then we ended the night at the bar in the Ritz. I'm drinking martinis last night at 11 o'clock. I'm like, what am I doing? But I was in bed by 11:30. Slept like I was dead. I didn't open my eyes till like 7. It was great. I feel good. So it was quite a whirlwind.
That's awesome.
Did you gain a lot of weight, you think?
No, because I didn't have the tomahawk steak. I just looked at it.
Yeah, but you've been eating not necessarily from that
Yes.
dinner, but
I
the
did get
regular.
Yeah, I'm sure, but it's fine. I went for a nice hour walk yesterday in Fort Lauderdale, speed walk,
It's funny
and then
when
this morning.
you get in that warm weather from here, that walk is just absolutely amazing, isn't it?
This morning, I met my two coworkers, Megan and Amber, in the lobby at like I don't know, 7:45, and it wasn't a speed walk, but we just took like a leisurely 1 hour walk on the beach and around South Beach. It was just freaking beautiful.
Good
It was
for you.
gorgeous. Yeah, so all good. How was Orlando, Mr. Floorboard?
Oh, so it was quite the different experience than I've had in the past. So in the past, I was more of a grown up. I was like an adult instead of a college kid. This whole thing, it started. Well, not without the few awkward moments and stories.
Look, he's got a notepad of stories to tell. He just brought it out.
I have my topics. I arrived. The first thing I did differently this year was I participated in the floorboard golf outing. I've never done that before, and I didn't. The guy I was supposed to play with, his mother got sick, so I got put in with randos, which for me is a little stressful because you never know who you're going to play with.
Yeah, that was going to be my first question. How did you handle? I have no idea who I'm golfing with. Whoa.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dennis. That's basically how I handle it. So one guy was this gargantuan from Montana, and this other guy, he was actually really good, but they let us hit our own. But they let us play a scramble, so it didn't matter. But because of the golf, the night before I didn't go out. And by the way, I flew down with Frontier Airlines.
Yep.
I paid $29 to sit in the second row with no middle seat.
Yep, you told us.
Well,
that's amazing.
It was amazing.
Excellent.
So I saved money. I was comfortable.
Yeah.
What
does that look like? Did they remove the seat, or is it just a seat there that they don't let anybody sit in?
Sign on the seat.
Is what?
And like part of it is dark green and part of it is light green, and it says,
Oh, there's a sign you said?
Yeah, preferred plus seating only. No.
Excellent.
So you don't feel guilty as people are in the back. So that is the only way to fly Frontier. I'll never do it any differently again.
So now
especially for all your fat friends. No, fat friends. They got to tell all your fat friends. That's good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, right.
Because then they're not buying a whole seat. They're only spending $29 on the second seat. So the guys that are bigger, that's fantastic for. Excellent point, Mike.
Beautiful.
Hey, DenBob, so are you staying on International Drive? Like, is that with the convention? You're at that convention center, or is it kind of like not?
The Hyatt, no, it's Cypress. It's a Hyatt. It's Cypress.
It's in Cypress?
Drive or something. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right near Universal. Beautiful hotel. I did have an awkward moment with a tall girl hug.
Tall?
She's very tall, and I went over, so she had to bend awkwardly low to hug me back.
Why are you hugging girls?
Well, as somebody I hadn't seen in a year, it was a bro hug, not an embrace by any means. But
down with the hugs. I was throwing hugs around.
Is Tenty Blouse there?
Tenty Blouse didn't go, and it's so funny. Colleen asked me too. Colleen is like, "Did Tenty go today this year?" I'm like, "No, Tenty didn't go."
What up, Tent?
And I think that had a lot to do with my new grown-up experience. Another interesting with all the politics that was going on. Now
politics?
I'm a member.
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
As a member of the floorboard, I'm not DenBob at the floorboard. I'm me. So I'll sit at one table for lunch, and there'll be people from California going one way, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I agree with everybody.
Good move.
Then
Good
I would go to another table, and next time I'm sitting with people from another location, with
Maybe
talking
Texas.
about the same event with a completely different spin on. And oh yeah, and I was just I act disgusted the whole time, or I'm in agreement the whole time, completely navigating the political field. I think expertly. It was wonderful.
Good job. Do you get a lot of materials from Canada? Because that's going to be a little bit of a problem for your company, no?
The tariffs are going to be a big deal.
Yeah,
Yep.
huh?
100%.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wood flooring, a lot of the wood floor manufacturers are in Canada.
Yeah, I figured that.
LVT, though, the LVT plank often comes from China, and that's where you're going to see the big increases. You're gonna have to consult with somebody like DenBob about your specifications so that you know that you can pick something up without
I was just thinking about the garage that we're redoing. I'm wondering if I should buy my lumber like now.
Could be.
Because it's going to, 3 months from now, I would imagine the price is going to be up, right?
We've seen that.
Do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry, DenBob. Continue on with your fantastic story.
But I had a question though. Wait, hold on about that. So you're at the table, and I kind of appreciate what you're saying because I don't know, for some reason in that situation I like it. Let's talk about it for a minute. I enjoy people not knowing what my opinions are on certain matters, especially like politics like that. I think I enjoy it. Like, it's kind of like, all right, these people don't know me.
It was great.
I often wonder, and then the way they talk to me or what they're sharing, I'm like, do they think that I agree with them? Like, is that the type of person I appear to be or how I sound? Like, and then maybe, do you nod and smile, or did you actually add to the conversation?
Oh, I add. Yes. So I actually. Yes. Okay. Yes. So both of them think that I'm in the inner circle with their group and ideas.
So you went all in. See, okay. I wouldn't have done that. I would have probably just been like, keep them guessing, smile, not sure. Yeah, that's terrible, but not like give them more honor.
That's the play.
No. So they'll throw a crumb out there, and that's how people talk about politics. Is they throw a crumb out there to see if you bite. And then if you bite on the crumb, then they know they can talk freely with you. It's like getting admitted into a special club. And
I got you. Yeah.
Not surprisingly,
they'll say something pretty benign with an eye roll or a nonverbal cue. Well, I'm all over that, and I'll throw a crumb right back. I'll throw a piece of cake right back at them. And I'm in the inner circle, and we're laughing every table. I'm there with disgust. If they're all disgusted, I'm like, could you believe that? Or yeah, he did the right thing. That was amazing. Thank God somebody stepped up.
You got to go all in. That's the way you work. I'm like Mike. I have my closest work friend right now at my company, hates Trump. Like, you can tell he hates Trump. He hates all the policies Trump has. And he's always sending little texts. Like, look at this. He fired all the people at the power plants. Oh, he hired them right back. Like, that kind of stuff. And I just yeah, it's crazy, right? Like, I kind of touch it a little, not letting him know where I stand. But I'm not diving in like you.
And it's that I like that shit. That is interesting because what makes people like him? And by the way, I cannot believe you replaced me as closest work friend with some liberal.
No. At this company, you are always going to be my closest work friend, Mike.
No, but he even feels that the new work friend should be more like him.
I had no choice.
I'm glad.
I have no choice. We have to work together.
But why does he?
Right.
By sharing that, and people do this all the time, and that's why do people think that I agree with that?
Right. He's just assuming that I think the same way, right?
It's just funny.
Unless he put feelers out without me realizing it, and I kind of glanced over it.
I doubt he did, because people do shit like that all the time. When I say stuff to you,
I first met him,
and I'm
first thing he said, we were in our staff meeting, so I was there 3 weeks maybe, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get my COVID shot, my 7th one. I recommend everybody get one so that you guys don't get sick also. And I'm like, who is this nut job?
I hate this guy.
He's a new villain on the show. This guy is Gary's work friend Gary's best work friend just made the show villain list.
He's
next to the
he's very
Hasidics.
he's very
The
nice.
Hasidics.
We need
But
more.
he's kind of like the opposite of me with everything other than work. He's like, because he's an Excel guru, right? So Excel gurus can be of any background. But
this guy's awesome.
Isn't that wild? Like Christine kind of like, I think Christine doesn't like him, and he wanted to be like my friend, like right away, like let's go out and me.
Did you?
You don't respond well.
No, I already got. I have all the friends I need right now.
Of course.
Like I have you. I have Mike.
If you told me,
I don't need more.
Yeah,
100%.
You and Braxton went out to dinner with him, I'd be very offended.
What was that, Mike?
You got to start sharing his posts. No, I thought you were going to say you and Braxton like went out to dinner with him or something.
No.
I would have been so upset.
No. The only time I've gone out with him is like with a work related happy hour.
Also, not your favorite thing to do.
Not really.
But you did it. Good job.
I did it. I mean, I know how to play the game.
Speaking of COVID shots,
Yes.
twice yesterday, 2 different people. One, someone that I work with. The other, a sales partner. Part of the reason we came down here, who has involvement in some of these accounts. She said it to me about a relative of hers, and then he said something similar. Both of them have no teenagers that came down with some sort of ailment. One of them was a autoimmune disorder, and the other one is seizures.
Ooh.
Both of them, they're not 100% certain, believe it was from the COVID shot.
There's a lot of people that say that. Of course, you're gonna hear
that?
the other side where they're saying, well, there's no proof of it, but there's a lot of people that really believe that the COVID shot caused them harm.
Yeah. So I just thought you reminded me of that happening yesterday. I was like, they both said it like an hour and a half apart in different conversations.
Wow.
Interesting. Yes. Very interesting.
Now, if I was in the
But anyway,
floorboard, I would agree with whatever you thought. When I was at my convention, whatever crumb you threw out there, which I could tell from your sarcasm that you were against COVID shots, I would have immediately talked about how stupid they are and I would have jumped on the bandwagon and been all about it. But if I was talking to the person,
and why do you?
Yep.
Yeah. God.
So yeah, and conversely, if you were the person talking about how they wanted to get 6 COVID shots, I'd be like, let me know where they're giving them. I want to set up. I want to make sure to get there.
Right.
You know what?
Now, why do you do that? Is it you do that for entertainment purposes because you enjoy it? Are you doing it for business, or are you doing it because you want to be liked?
Yes, yes, and yes. All 3 worlds collide to cause that behavior.
I can tell you, DenBob, like you actually do that here. I've actually had friends of mine, or at least one, tell me that, that guy Dennis that you have on there, or DenBob, he is such a liberal. How do you handle him? And I'm thinking, he's not a liberal. But you do, I mean, just the way you communicate, like you might just do counterpoint sometimes, and people are going to interpret it as you're being liberal.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. How do you win any argument is you have to be able to argue the opposite. So, in finding truth, you need to be able to do both sides. So, yeah, I do. I try. And thank you for your friend for noticing. I appreciate that.
It's so funny. I'm like, he's not liberal.
Thank you to that listener. Thank you, listener.
One of the millions.
One of the millions.
So we had, you had the meals. We had the meal interactions. There was a trade show. And I kind of, so at the trade show, there's like the national account managers, the corporate brass, and you get to interact with them. And I've known them over a few years of being it. And this one particular group that I do a lot of business with and I enjoy working with, and the salesmen, we've become very friendly over the years. So in my office, we have a game. And at our huddles, we'll say, who is the best sales rep or vendor rep? Who's the best one in the office? And everybody has to think about it in their mind. And then you put $1 in the pot and you have to call them on your cell phone on speakerphone. If they pick up, you win that pot. And then we go to the next guy. Who's your favorite rep? If they don't pick up the phone, you lose your $1. It goes to the next person. So it's a fun game. And
Sounds like fun.
It was fun. It was fun. So I was telling one of the national managers, and I really wanted to make my guy look good because he's usually really good. But I said, he lost me $1. And they're like, yeah, let's play that game right now. So it was me and like 4 national, account salespeople, all with dollars in a pot. It looked like we were playing craps. We're answering the phone. Who's picking up? Who's on? I'm like, no. Let's try Ricky. He'll pick up. He always picks up. So it was really, it was funny. Like, oh, they didn't pick up. So that was a fun interaction.
Wild
then,
times.
Then we went out to a fancy dinner and I ended up sitting next to the Tampa cheerleader with her husband with the big arms. If we remember, we've talked about him in the past. She is a successful business owner post-career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
How long ago did she retire? Do you know?
Well, she's my age, so she's about 10 years. She's 10 years younger than me, so it must have been 20 years prior.
Okay, all right.
But I really enjoyed with them, and then they had their political views, and as usual, I was right in line with them. And her husband has tremendous arms. That's all I could say about it.
So huge. Where are they on the political side? Are they blue or are they red?
They're red. Florida's very red. Their places in Tampa.
Okay.
So that was fun, and just a cool story. I asked him how they met, and this was like one of the most interesting things I have ever heard. And she related
karaoke. They love karaoke in Florida.
No. So big arms. This guy, he's like seriously like a bodybuilder. I can't express enough how tremendous he is. Like, if I was ever intimidated, I mean, nobody would mess with us in the whole bar because he was an ex-cop, like SWAT team guy.
Wow.
And
so badass.
She said that she was having, when she was younger, she was having a difficult time. Her and her father had just passed away, and her mother really wasn't taking it well at all and was taking her grief out on her. And she was expressing what a difficult emotional time it was. And the mother called the police on the daughter as a domestic dispute. He showed up.
Whoa.
He was one of the on the scene.
Damn.
And she gave him his phone number because of police things. And
sounds like a porno.
No, nothing like that. They're amazing people, and that was interesting. And then I took Southwest Airlines to come home, which is a completely different
I told you guys
dynamic.
Did you go to
I told you about that.
City, or did you come to Long Island?
I came to Islip. So the option was either go to the city with a conventional airline, or that's just the way it shook out. And I would not pay for the early boarding on Southwest.
No.
Stick it to the man. I didn't even have a bag, you know what I mean? I didn't care where I sit. So I knew I was going to be in the middle. And then I felt that people violated a social mores to this etiquette. I know that they were allowed to do it, but I don't think they should have. A husband and a wife sat across from each other, taking 2 aisle seats up. And she was afraid of flying, so she held his hand across the aisle.
So
I was disgusted.
Do you have a problem with the seat selection or the holding hands?
Well, I think that they should have sat next to each other, taking up a middle and an aisle. So
was there availability for that? Or did they lose that?
Yeah, the middle's always there. Yeah.
There's always a middle aisle. Always. There's never 2 aisle seats without a middle. Well, for sure, because I got on after them and there was the middle seat that I took.
Oh, did you sit next to one of them?
I sat next to the wife, and I was so angry. I was just fuming. And every time they held hands and she acted nervous, I gave her a dirty look.
You didn't reach under her blouse or anything like that?
No.
You should have put your hand on her thigh.
Told her it's going to be okay. Do it so much that he wants to change seats with you. You get away from that creepy guy. Let me switch seats with him. That's what you should have done.
Yeah, I should have offered that. You know what I should have done? Damn it, I'm not smart enough. I should have said to that guy, be like,
come sit next to your wife.
Yeah, why don't you sit next to her? I'll give up my seat.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done.
Right.
Call them out on it. Dang it.
Right.
That was the answer. Commuting out of Islip is just amazing.
It's so great, isn't it?
Oh, my God. So amazing. I mean, I get Mike going where he lives and how good
Oh
it is.
yeah, for Mike it's great, but
Yeah,
for us out
and I
here,
get that.
you can go to
It was
Iceland
just,
now. Although
I felt,
Iceland.
that's,
you're not going directly, you're going to Baltimore. You go to BWI and then to Iceland.
but still, a crossover from Islip is better than direct from LaGuardia.
I guess.
It is, because it's that hour that you're going to waste is
Yep.
is worse. And then I came home to an empty nest.
Oh,
Quiet
Matt's
home.
gone, huh?
He was gone. I was crushed. I was glad I wasn't there for the final goodbye. I don't think I'm going to handle it.
How'd
Oof.
Colleen hold up?
She's fine. She's fine.
Don't worry,
She said
said that
Christopher,
so
Christopher
quickly.
will be home soon. You'll have Chris.
He said that so fast. She's not fine.
I'm going to see Christopher on Tuesday.
He's coming
For
home
his
spring
spring
break.
Yep, we go back to. Yep,
Anto comes home Saturday. I can't wait to see him.
yep. That's going to be so exciting and fun. So we're going to go to Port St. Lucie. We're meeting in Port St. Lucie at my parents'
Oh,
place.
cool.
So that's
that's a great
going to
idea.
be interesting.
Cool.
So Colleen, we talk about this? Colleen is actually going to come for the first time to our golf week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was she invited?
No. And she asked me at first, she's like, I'm not going to see Chris at all if I don't come. And I'm like, well, we'll go visit Chris. I have no problem. And then she's like, well, do you think if I come, I'm going to be a third wheel? And I was like, yeah. I know. And then I saw the look on her face. Don't ever tell your wife she's a third wheel at a family function.
You're never
So then I had
gonna
to
learn.
backtrack. And then I had to backtrack, and I'm like, no, third wheels are good. Like a tricycle or a big wheel. You wouldn't have any of those machines if you didn't have three wheels. So 3-wheel was great. I was like, and then if you have 4 wheels, I mean, what would you do without a third wheel? So I had to kind of back out of it, but I think my point was taken. I'm on the defensive.
It's just, this is usually all the boys. Only Christopher's going?
And Andrew.
Oh, Andrew's going.
Matthew is he has his own trip planned. He's going to Utah.
You're never gonna see him again.
It's not a
Never gonna
3-wheel
see him
then.
again.
It's 4.
It's over.
She's going to be the 4th wheel.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's replacing Matt. Matt's gone. Matt's out of your life.
Who's Matt? Who?
Matt who?
Right.
Excellent. I said Nick went out with them Saturday night. Saturday they played golf. And we said, are you guys going out tonight? He goes, nah, we already saw Matt. We're good. I'm like, oh, okay.
So
good.
I made it to Naples. I'm in Naples.
Excellent. So, Mike, what do you have planned for this week for the rest? You're going to go fishing, I'm assuming, with your dad?
Yep. Weather
permitting.
They usually like to pick the best day. I give them a 2-day. Take me fishing Thursday or Friday, whatever you guys want to do. So I'll find out when I see my dad what the selection is, or maybe we'll go both days. That's up to them. They can handle it.
The weather, that bad weather, those tornadoes that's north of you guys, I'm assuming it's not down there?
I have only been eating lunch and dinner. I have not watched any news.
Okay.
I haven't even been on the Discord.
I saw something on the Discord about a lot of tornadoes hitting America somewhere right now, so I don't know.
Hitting America.
It was Carolinas, I think,
windy.
And such.
Yeah, very windy yesterday. But now here, blue skies. It's like a slight breeze. I think the weather's supposed to be good. So I'm flying back 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. So I got a nice little stay coming up here.
I just got a notice from my power company that my outage is estimated restoral time is 2 o'clock. As you can see, the lights are still on here at Lumen. So
At Lumen, nice.
I have to reach out to somebody at the power company and find out why I'm getting that alert.
You should. That's weird.
I work closely with those folks, so
Yes, you do.
Some good feedback for that.
Got some synergies.
Yes. I wanted to do like an old school kind of GarCast thing here. I saw an article I thought I'd bring up, and I was curious if your take on this. And it's actually a pretty interesting debate, I believe. So there's a U14 Michigan hockey team in the playoffs. They just beat their opponent 43-0 in a single game. I think they outshot them 120-0. Now the big debate is what do you think about the sportsmanship in these types of events? Is that bad sportsmanship? I mean, 43 goals is ridiculous. And in sports in general, you guys have been through this before. You've been on probably both sides where you've had the opportunity to run up the score or you've gotten smashed.
Yeah, before Dennis argues both sides, I will say that whenever it happened to me or somebody else complains about it, I have no problem with it because I'm always like, well, what the hell? Like the other team, like you got to, do something to stop it.
Right.
But
at the younger ages,
like there comes, I always hated the 5-goal rule in soccer, like stop shooting.
Yep.
That kind of shit. Like
I almost thought that was more embarrassing when I took out a player or we just passed it 20 times before shooting it. Like,
right. It is embarrassing. Yeah, I agree. And then it messes your kids up. But I'd have to see the videotape of this game. Like, how the fuck is that possible? I mean, did they even put people on the ice to defend them? Like, was there anyone in the goal?
A playoff game, right?
No legs or arms? Like what the hell?
They must not have had a goalie. The goalie that they must have had a position player in goal. That's the only way something like that happens.
Some Barstool Sports. I didn't really read it. I believe the coach might be a former hockey player for the winning team.
Like, were they blasting shots from mid-ice, or were they skating up and just skating them into the net? Like, what was going on?
No, right? That's a crazy score. I mean, why wouldn't they just call it after the first period at that point too, right?
A forfeit. Yeah.
Right? And there's no reason. You kind of blame the league as well, I think, that they obviously, if this is a playoff game, they're not putting the right teams in the right brackets, the right.
I just feel
sure it was an injury or something.
Not with that score.
If the three of us got on the ice with three other people, as we are now, these ages, I think we could have held that team under 43 points.
By ourselves.
Goal. I like just kind of like laying in front of the net. Like, like just seems ridiculous.
So debate. Go to the debate. If you are the winning team, how do you feel about it?
So, like Mike said, I've been on both sides,
team.
right?
Right. So let's start with you're on the winning team.
But in soccer, I traditionally...
Well, it's hockey. Hold on a second. It's hockey. It's very different. It's a very physical sport. You could get hurt playing hockey because of the heavy checking. If you're losing because the kids are so oversized. So hockey and football, like tackle football, that's a big difference than soccer where you're just tiddly-wigging around like running.
Well, first, you have a very big misconception of what happens on the soccer field. It is one of the...
Don't try to
I will tell you...
Don't make me into that one.
It is one of the most physical sports. Don't you see what you're thinking is you're watching the World Cup and some guy gets like tapped and he rolls on the floor to try to draw a penalty. The game is very physical. Like I think the hardest hit I ever saw any of my kids administer to somebody else was Anthony in a soccer game. He absolutely leveled a kid and it was completely clean. He ran through the ball. The kid was down on the ground for probably 10 minutes. Like he killed him. I thought he might be dead, but I was proud papa moment. So that's sport.
I think you should pick that phone up on speaker.
That's it's a telemarketer. Anyway, soccer is very physical. So we've been in the position where we've been just so much better than the other team, and we will do things which I hate, but only shoot left, make certain passes. Like we would pull back, but I hated that it was league initiated because we still would maybe score here and there. Like we've gotten in trouble for scoring 7-8-0 goals, like games and stuff like that from time to time. That team shouldn't be in the division though. That was the league's fault for putting a team that shouldn't have been in there with us. And I've been on the other side where we've played teams like when we first started all this bullshit with the club trying to put us on in these higher competition levels. We were not as good as the other team. So we knew going in that we weren't as good. And there were games we were going to get absolutely destroyed. We did. I was frustrating, but I understood that we weren't in the same league as them, and I had no problem with getting beat up 8-0 or 10-0 if that's what was needed. That was me.
When that happened to me, I usually wouldn't even know what the score was. Like you're focusing on getting your kids to do some things and playing well. It's like, oh, there's another goal, whatever.
Yep. You celebrate the one goal you get, like you
but
just
if I
won
was
the lottery.
The coach of the better team, I was really not in that position often. I hope I certainly wouldn't have been like encouraging them and cheering every time they freaking scored. But like,
You know
I would
what?
have been focusing on good play. I would have put players in different positions. Try
Yeah.
different things.
That's a great
Like
point.
that.
I think the other
He's got
coach,
nothing to apologize. He doesn't have to apologize.
I think the other coach and parents on the other team have a big influence on your feeling on either being beat or getting beat.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Right? Because if you're losing
Yes,
7-0 and the other coach is screaming at his kids because they didn't make a good pass, and that kind of shit, like that would piss me off, and I would want to beat them so bad still. But if the coach was cool or the parents were cool, you kind of went with it. When you're winning 8, when you're losing 8-0 and you give up the 9th goal, and the other parents are acting like they just won the World Cup for scoring the 9th goal, that bothers me.
All right, so DenBob, give us 2 good cases for opposing views. Go.
Yeah, so I'm on the winning. So I think in this particular situation, 43-0 in an ice hockey game. I think the winning team is probably wrong. What are you doing here? It's just a waste of time. You should have laid off. You could help make the other team, especially in youth sports. You can kind of make it more like a practice than you are even. And if I'm the league, I think they're completely wrong. You should have a mercy rule. It's just a waste of everybody's time and money to sit there and watch somebody score 43 goals. Nobody likes that. And then if you're the losing team, it sucks. It's not even character building because they're so much better than you at this point. It's almost a joke.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they're really feeling bad about themselves. It's just like, holy cow, you could get beat bad. You could be like, you know what? That's how good you can be. There are ways to spin it. It hurt, but look at what they're doing. Maybe you could do that too. Whatever.
You're 43-0. You're probably not coming out of that saying, "Hey, we won the period." Like in soccer, if you were losing like 6-0 at half,
you'd be like, you slowed them down.
If you ended the game 6-1, you said, "Hey, we won the second half." Like you tell the kids something good. I don't think anything good happened in this.
Nothing good. That situation is just a waste of time, a waste of life for everybody.
I'm going to click on the link to get to see how many shots there were. It. Actually, look at this. The score was actually 44-0. The scorer's box forgot to add one of the goals up on the board. The shot totals was 141-0.
Oh, and then if I'm going to argue the opposite, it's a sport. It's a sport that you sign up to play. You're supposed to play your hardest regardless, and that's the end of the story. If you don't like the game, don't play. That's the goal of the game.
I think you nailed it there. What the hell is that? This guy's flying a flag. What the fuck? It's a half United States, half Canada flag. That's like illegal.
Huh?
Yeah.
What in the hell?
Oh, I think I know who
firebomb that house.
I think I know who he's not happy with.
Whoa, that was weird. I gotta go back and take a walk tomorrow and get a picture of that bullshit.
Definitely. Are you guys?
Sorry, that was upsetting.
That's all right. Are you guys all caught up on Severance?
No, I didn't watch this week.
Okay,
I missed this week.
It was a really nice show. It was a fantastic episode this week. Well done, Mike. You probably didn't get to watch it. Did I watch?
Right? I have to say, I don't want to be negative on Severance. I think I started to watch it but fell asleep. I am really it's a good show to watch every 7 days. It's got to be binged. And I think I might start waiting. It's just, I don't know. I love the flow of the binge when I was binging it, and I'm not enjoying as much with the break in between.
I'm loving this show as much as any show I've seen in a while now.
And I love the way they release it once a week because you get to digest it, talk about it. What's going to happen? What did they mean by these things? None of that dialogue happens socially when you binge.
Yeah.
I just forget what happened too. Like I can't remember if I watched it or not. Like I don't know. I have to go back and read like recaps before each episode.
They let you catch up. They give you clues. There's the recap.
Only 3 episodes left.
Oh my God. So unbelievable. Started watching.
I did watch it this week, I think.
New season or first season?
Second season. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
I watched.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying 1923. Like, actually, there was 2 things that kind of starting to bother me on that show, and I think DenBob and Beanba both agreed. Just a little too much. Like, how long is it take for this fucking guy to get home? It was a whole
I know what's
season.
going to happen. Right. He's going to kill that guy. That's what's going to happen.
Well, you know
what's his name? Jeremy?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to kill him.
You
He's
know
gonna
who he
kill him.
is, right? In the family tree, Spencer, right? That is
Tim McGraw's
he's John's grandfather.
Jeremy is John's grandfather?
No. From whatchamacallit? From the Yellowstone.
Yeah.
The father Dutton. That's his grandfather, Spencer.
Okay, so Kevin Costner, you're saying four generations.
That's his grandfather.
Oh, that's Kevin Costner's grandfather.
Yeah.
Who was never in the show. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I posted the family tree up in there. It's pretty cool to look at and see who's who.
Oh my God.
That's a good idea.
That is amazing. It is Jeremy.
So yeah, I didn't watch this week's 1923 yet. It's good. My favorite definitely was the 18 whatever it was one, the 1883 or 1880 whatever. That was my favorite one of the shows. That was so good.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great. I watched a movie on the plane, Delta. Very good movie selections, I must say. One of the movies that was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, which I didn't know any of the movies, but I watched one of them on the flight, and it was excellent. Conclave.
Oh, I think you asked GarTV why it was up there once, right?
What, you have Conclave on GarTV?
Oh yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
You gotta read the announcements a little closer, I think, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. Cool. Get some other ones on there. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it yet. No. I did watch the Complete Unknown this weekend.
Okay, that's another one. Yeah, Conclave was the cast was great. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch that. Had great reviews, right? And you liked it?
I liked it. I give it my highest review.
Whoa,
thumbs nice.
Up.
I watched the Joker. Go ahead. Enjoyable. I didn't know you were going to review.
Oh, the Joker, the original Joker, or the
no, the second. One? Yep, latest one.
Oh my God, the musical one that was horrible. How bad? How much of it did you watch?
It was good for the plane. I guess I watched maybe, I don't know, 60-70% of it. It was all right. It was good for the plane. Like, I don't think I would watch. I would have been dissatisfied if I watched it at home.
Plane movie.
It was a good plane movie.
Got it. That's good. Good to know. Yeah, I'll watch something, I guess, when I go home. I'm sorry, Gary. Is there any other movies? Maybe I don't think I focus on what movies you put on there. I always just doing GarTV for the TV shows. Maybe I gotta dive into the movie catalog more.
Yeah, because I've been in like a couple of movies. I think I tried to watch something with Chris. Oh well, she actually didn't like A Complete Unknown, but she doesn't like music, so.
Doesn't like music.
She's like I don't like music. Well, you know, Willow's on there, right? As per your request.
Willow, yes, I will watch it. Thank you.
And Snowden, A Complete Unknown. I put on that.
Oh, that's funny.
That vampire.
I'm passing where my dad buys his bait. He gets live shrimp for fishing, like from these hillbilly shrimp people.
Ooh.
And the other day, he told me they were 35 miles offshore and they ran out of bait because the guy, instead of giving him like 3 dozen shrimp, only gave him 1 dozen.
Oh.
He was so pissed. He called them from the boat and is like yelling at them. And the guy's like, yeah, man, like, I'm sorry. I guess we screwed up. I'll make it up to you next time. And my dad just was having a fit. Like, well, what am I going to do now?
Yeah, because they spent $500 just getting there.
Yeah, they were catching fish. And it was just so funny. He's like, I'm going to go over there tomorrow. And I'm like, you know, of course he calmed down. I'm like, did you go over there? He's like, no. Okay. Gets himself twisted.
Oh, boy.
So I'll make sure I count the shrimp.
Keep him calm.
Oh my God, too funny.
So what
You
else
got any
is new?
emails, Gary? I don't have
Oh,
access to.
let me check. I don't think so. I told Christian we were playing the game earlier, and I said that the show was going to be recorded today. He goes, "What? No announcement?" I'm like, "Mike's been really busy.
Oh,
Sorry."
Oh.
Yes.
So yeah, no
My
Yeah,
emails.
bad.
I mean, the listeners are really counting on us.
Yeah,
love
they
us.
are. My apologies.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. You were busy this week. We're good.
My apologies.
We're only 2 away from 300.
Forest
Wow.
update, because DenBob's probably not aware. We had a big FA Cup game on Monday. I was able to watch most of the game after my meeting poolside with a Corona. That was nice. Went to we played Ipswich, who's also a Premier League team, and didn't start all our starters in the beginning, but they eventually did come in. We were down 1-0 in the second half. Came back with a nice goal by Yates off the header. We had another Yates goal disallowed for offsides, which was the right call. And then we did 2 15-minute overtime halves. Still a tie. Went to penalty kicks, which I was watching at a bar on my phone for happy hour. And we hit all 5 of our kicks,
Damn.
got them in, and Sells saved the 5th Ipswich attempt. So we won the shootout. Fantastic.
Excellent.
And Sumu was in the building.
Yep.
I think Liz was there as well.
Yes, she was. Yeah, I didn't even know they were playing. I was texting with him like later in the day, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just getting back now from the game." I'm like, "You guys had a game today?"
I was posting messages in the Discord.
I wasn't. Yeah, but work's been busy this week for me, so I haven't really been watching Discord as much.
We are busy guys.
Dude, yeah, my calendar today is booked. Tomorrow is I'm off site for a meeting. Friday's booking up. I think when you have a day out of the office too for like that off site, everybody books everything around it. So it's just insanity. But
yeah.
Anything else going on?
I just realized I forgot to put gas in the car before I return it. I got to do that.
Ooh, yeah, do that.
I'm getting the electric. I'm getting my outlet put in tomorrow.
Excellent.
So,
welcome to the club.
My free electric comes to an end. That is the end of an era. I'm going to miss Foley's and probably will never go there again.
So you probably want to go on a time of day rate from your power company?
Yes, I might have to switch up. Yep.
If it doesn't work, you get your money back anyway. So try one of them. There's 2 of them. I did the super off peak one, which is after 10 o'clock is really cheap.
Yeah. And I think I would want to stick it to the man so bad. I don't know that that's healthy for my family or anybody who lives with me. If I know I could save so much money, I might change my entire life.
I could see
I'll shut the breaker down.
Yeah, I could see you turning the breaker from 3 to 7. There's no power in the house at all.
Nothing. Just get out. Get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's great.
Get out.
Love it.
Come back at 7. I could do that. I mean, I'm talking lights. I'm talking heat, refrigerator, everything going down. Don't open the fridge. You got 4 hours. It'll be fine.
Put a padlock on the fridge. Nick and Luke are building a fantasy MMA app. There's a fantasy draft going on right now with Christian's in the league with me.
Oh wow,
that's amazing.
I think Dylan's helping out a little bit. So
I had a client that was doing something like that too. It obviously never took off. Maybe these guys will.
We're telling them get it big and then sell it to Dana White or DraftKings or something like that.
For sure.
Where's the fantasy? Not fantasy. The health walking running app they were going to make for us.
Oh, I didn't even ask him. You want me to ask?
Yes.
That's why I said ask them.
Oh, I saw BMO say let's just use Stravia or whatever it was.
No, I want the in-house.
No, we want an in-house private app.
Yeah. All right. I'll get him. I'll get him on that.
Got to keep these kids busy.
Life is good as a recently college graduate. Go golfing on the weekend. Play video games. You eat your parents' food. You pay a little rent. It's nice. Life is good.
Yeah.
Not bad.
For you, not me. My kids leave me. They hate me.
Well, just need a break from you. That's all.
Yeah.
It happens.
No, I get it. It is what it is.
We'll see if Matt comes back. Maybe he'll come back one day.
Oh, that would be amazing. He says he will, but I don't think he will.
She won't. Sailed. So
What's
Anymore.
everybody got for the weekend? You're going to come when you? Yeah,
are you watching St. John's? Like, I know your son went to school
I
there for a
know
little
about
while.
them. I have not watched them
Because they are
but
having
I know what's happening.
the greatest season they've had since like the
Correct,
80s.
and it was cursed. That's
Yeah,
correct.
don't let him
So,
watch.
they were on an upswing. Then Andrew worked there, and it was like a flash in the pan.
Did he go to school
And
there
I
for
think that
1
was
year?
he did.
Yeah,
he
okay,
did.
that's what I thought.
And like the year before he went there, they were making noise. He went there, and then it kind of just went downhill from there. I mean, I think that was my influence because I started really watching.
No doubt.
And then that just destroyed the program, and it took that long to rebuild from the curse.
I can't
From the
believe
mush.
how quick Patino turned that team around. Like, this is his second season there. They're a
It is
legitimate
amazing.
top 10 team.
I mean, I still don't understand college sports yet about how these players could just go from team to team to team anymore. So I'm new to a changing sport, so I haven't found my way yet.
Yeah, it's confusing.
No doubt.
Yeah, it really is.
Mike,
I'm
what
going to
are
try
you
and go
gonna
see
say?
the Mets.
Oh, go ahead, DenBob.
I'm going to try when I go to Port St. Lucie. I'm going to try to get into a Mets game,
Oh,
but from what
cool.
I understand, they're all sold out.
Really?
I think I'm going to have to just, I think I'm going to have to scalp tickets or whatever when I get there. Good facility. That should be fun.
That'd be nice. Mike, did you have
Yeah,
something you were going to
only-
say? Go ahead.
I was just saying, don't watch St. John's, please. And Met preseason games, spring training, that's fine.
Yeah, that works, right?
Enjoy the Mets now, and then when the season starts, turn it off, please.
Well, you see what I
And
did
if
to the
Juan-
Islanders.
Yeah,
Oh.
but if Juan Soto gets hurt while you're at this spring training game, I'm holding you. Season-ending injury.
And how about let's give, I know Zoda is not in the Discord, but I give him a shout out. One of the kids that he coached is now a Yankee, right?
Are you sure that was him? Because his name isn't spelled like that.
Nobody knows how to spell it.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, no,
Congratulations.
he's
Soda.
been a baseball coach there for a while. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Congratulations, Zote. You the man.
Yeah, he was a good coach. He's the one who transitioned Matt into another sport.
He's a smart coach.
And now Matt is transitioning his life away from you.
Whoa.
Yeah, transition away.
Lots of
Yeah,
transitions.
yeah. Maybe Zoda encouraged him to do that as well.
I think Claire's done that. Although, I mean, I gotta say, I would have left my own family if my job offered me the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm out. See you guys.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Makes you feel better. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, good for him. Good luck, son.
Yes.
Go get him.
Kill him. All right. I think it's a good place to close this up. I hope
So 298. That's what you said.
we're at
Wow.
298. Next week is 299,
Amazing.
and then we're hitting the 3. Spartans.
Amazing. All right,
So
I'll get ready.
we'll have a thank you for listening, everybody. Spread the word how great this
Thank you,
show
listeners.
is.
Sorry for no announcement.
Yep. Yeah, that's all right. They can still email. They don't need it to be nudged.
Amen, brother.
Right. Until next time, be Gar-rific.
Gar out.
Have a great day.
Later, boys.
Peace.
Ouch.
I pledge allegiance to the family of the United GarCast of the Discord, and to the Montana commune that we will all meet up at when humanity finally craps the bed. One Gar Nation, under God, or thoughts, with a vow to be excellent to one another, and to always follow that one simple rule: don't be a dick. Gar pluribus unum.